mostly in work. My work life has been mostly in financial services. Started with a BS in accounting, so one of the things I tout is if we're talking about financial records, I want to have a basic understanding of what we're talking about. So I think that's a plus in my favor. And most of the last 30 plus years of financial services, various positions, mostly in the world of auditing and compliance. So if it comes to books, reviewing books, or actually reviewing policies or procedures or the way the township does things, I've done a lot of that in the financial services environment. So I think my background there would coincide also. I've served in the past. I was on the planning commission for 2 4-year terms. I think Phil, you probably started when I might have been finishing up there.
I believe I did.
And I was also on what might have been a short-lived shade tree commission. I don't even think that exists anymore, does it? I don't think it does, but I was on it for a few years. So I have a strong interest in the community. I've served in the past, and I've attended many meetings. I'm very much interested in what happens in the township, and that's my spiel, I suppose. If I have any gaps, please ask me. I'll fill those gaps in.
That's good. Lee or Chuck, have any questions for John?
Yeah, I do. John, what qualities or attributes do you feel that you have that make you more qualified to be supervisors than perhaps the other candidates that have applied?
One is a combination of my background being in auditing and compliance. I'm used to looking at new procedures, new departments, let's say, and analyzing where the strengths and weaknesses are, and recommending how to move things forward. So I think that would come into play in this position. And I also, my background, I'm well up on all the issues facing the township. I'm not sure I'm not sure the amount of background the other candidates have, but I have attended many meetings. I know what's going on in the township. I know where the big issues are and some of the things that are a concern. So I think that plus my background of being able to analyze areas and departments of companies would be very helpful.
And I guess to go hand in hand with that, what do you believe are the 3 most important issues or challenges that New Hanover Township faces over the next 5 years?
I think, I think a little bit short-term, long-term, or more or less on a permanent basis is how to handle the financial affairs, the fiscal affairs of the township. I think that's probably always the #1 issue. You know, how you're taking in tax dollars and how you're spending them on behalf of the residents. I think that's always probably #1. And of course, the big issue is that we're going to be facing soon or ongoing is the proposed quarry issue across the street from me. I think that's a key thing that's going to face everybody here in the township. I know the preliminary approval went through for GR1, or was it called GR2? I forget. But so eventually they're going to be asking for final approval, and the Board of Supervisors is going to have a very difficult and very important decision to make when that comes up.
Do you have a 3rd issue?
That's all I can think of right now off the top of my head. But.
Yep.
All right.
That's okay. Saves having to re-ask it. I was going to ask about the top 3 things on your list that.
If I think of a 3rd, I'll throw it out. Those are the top 2.
Anything else, Marie?
No.
I know you just walked in.
Yeah.
I got him.
That's fine.
Yeah, we go back.
Any questions for John?
No.
I guess my one question, John, and I believe we brought this up the last time you interviewed, regarding the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
What is are you tied to ban the quarry, or have you signed I thought there was an issue somewhere there. If you can just inform everybody what that is.
I'm a party to one of the suits that ban the quarry brought against the Gibraltar Rock, so I'm a party on that. But I would say, what I'd like to say, I've been thinking about this all day. If I would be on the Board of Supervisors and the quarry came up for a final decision, I would base my decision simply on one thing: is it in the best interest of the residents of the township? That's the only thing I think of. And if I would be convinced that it's a good thing for the township, I'd vote yes. Or if I think it's bad for the township and its residents, I'll vote no. That's where I will go on the quarry. based, depending on whatever affiliations I have at present.
I just wanted to make sure it was public, that everybody knew it. I knew we talked about it the last time.
I don't
so,
blame you.
uh,
That's a good point.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I have. Nothing else? Anything else you want to add in closing, John?
Not really. Appreciate I appreciate you bringing us all in to interview us. We're all getting along in the next room.
That's good.
That's good, that's a good thing.
Thanks for
Okay.
coming out tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate you
Thanks, folks.
taking